Hi everyone, Denise here from BAM Business Solutions, coming to you today to talk about tips and tricks for a better business and a better life. Before I start today, I want to give a trigger warning that I am going to be talking about domestic abuse. There is new legislation in Australia for all employers to provide paid domestic violence leave to all employees, and they are entitled to 10 days paid domestic violence leave each year. This is an instant 10-day entitlement when they start working with you, and they are also entitled to a further 10 days per year on the anniversary of their start date. However, this leave is not cumulative. Domestic violence is not just physical violence. It is also coercive and controlling behaviour, or really any behaviour that causes harm or fear. Of course, there is a need to keep this as confidential as possible, so I will document any paid domestic violence leave out of my usual timekeeping, payroll, accounting software, so that their timesheets and pay slips make no mention of this type of paid leave. Keep in mind that other staff members or a controlling partner may have access to the employee's pay slips or timesheets. When talking about domestic abuse, it is good to remember that sometimes the workplace is the only safe place that employee has in their life. We are not responsible for fixing the problem, but we are responsible for supporting the person in the workplace with paid domestic violence leave. 1800 RESPECT, 1800 737 732 is the Domestic, Family and Sexual Violence Counselling, Information and Support Service here in Australia. Some domestic violence signs to look for might be if the employee is hesitant to work overtime or avoids travelling for work. They may be avoiding after-hours social meetups. Their partner might be calling them many times during their work shift. If the employee is taking photos at work, this can be a sign too. Perpetrators can ask for evidence from their victims so they can prove where they are at all times. There may be signs of physical abuse, bruises or cuts. You may notice a change in the person's dress code. Do they start wearing only long sleeves and long pants, even in hot weather? Are partners or ex-partners showing up at the workplace? Of course, some of these behaviours may just be acts of love, but they are also signs or can be signs of controlling behaviour. So if you suspect an employee may be experiencing domestic abuse, asking questions respectfully without judgment is not always easy. Please ensure that you're in a safe space before starting a conversation that is free from interruptions and completely private. You might say to the employee, "I've noticed that you're arriving early. Is there any reason for this?" Or you might say, "I've noticed that there are bruises on your arms. Do you want to talk about this with me?" If they give a plausible reason, you can let the employee know that your door is always open. If they want to come back and discuss any issues with you at a later stage, that they're welcome to do so. I think it's really very important to let them know how valued they are as an employee so that they feel supported and comfortable to talk to you about any issues they might be having without fear of losing their job. Please also remember that there are many reasons people need to take domestic violence leave, and quite often this needs to be done during business hours. They might need to set up a new bank account or attend a court hearing. They may even need to seek advice about their visa status to stay in Australia. Immigrants are especially vulnerable to domestic abuse. Have you thought about including a discussion around this topic in your new employee induction process? Do you have a HR manual or employee handbook in your business? Does it address paid domestic violence leave? Okay, today was a pretty heavy subject, but a very, very important one. We are currently losing one woman a week in Australia to domestic violence. Women are being killed by the men that are supposed to be the ones that protect and love them. Heartbreaking stories are on the news every week. So please look after each other, keep an eye out for signs of this in the workplace, and reach out to me if you ever want any more information or you just want to talk. Take care, everyone. Until next time, bye for now.